And we are live. We are live. News at 7 o'clock today. So no news to really worry about for too long.
Where Finviz start at?
Finviz started the day at 0.25 in the positive direction for gold and plus 7.3 for USD JPY.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice a pattern with USD JPY and its movements after market opens back up at 3. Just that evening movement from JPY is not gonna say always, but a lot of the time it's completely the opposite from the movement that went on all day. Uh, Similar to what we were talking about yesterday with gold. Remember we were talking about gold moving overnight? I feel like I see that with gold all the time. So my chart up, got my trade locker up, got my Chrome up, my Discord up. I'm not sharing the sound because they gonna block the YouTube post if we share the sound.
Bro, this shit's so annoying. Like, why? Like, I get it, but why? Come on,
We
man.
just can't. We try to let the people know what playlist we're choosing is our playlist of choice. Like, should be happy. Topic for today. If we would have known about trading in high school, if we'd have known about trading in high school, if we can go back, maybe do it a little bit differently. Really just talking finances wise
Mm,
and not necessarily and some of it may be different life choices.
hmm
But really just talking finances. We were all in different. We were all in different situations in high school as far as that goes. Some of us had jobs, some of us didn't. Some of us got, allowance, lunch money. Some of us didn't. Some of us was um, whatever the case may be.
hmm
Pull up this what
I like
playlist I
that.
want to go with
I like that. I'm
today.
excited to get into that.
I don't know, is it just me or I don't really like doing the live music playlist because I don't like the fact that it's like live. I don't know. I just feel weirded
I
out.
feel you. I feel you.
Feel weirded out. What do I got with that? All right. Oh, I forgot we was doing the whale sounds. Hold on. No. Hold on. I forgot. Because it's funny too, because once it came on, it just did it. I didn't like the connection that the sound made. The music versus these. That'll probably help Kalea sleep for real. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we put on the waves, like the waves for
hmm
her. And
hmm
she really likes that. She turned 7 months today. Oh my God. She's seven
Yeah.
months.
You 7 months.
7.
The niece. Yeah, big. Yeah, yeah, I feel like yes, it was the first day I saw her, and she looked like noticeably bigger than when the
Yeah,
last time I saw her. Getting big, man.
big for sure. No, that's another thing that made me think about a topic like this too. Uh, because I just really want to have a set few plans that the kids that I raise can decide from. Now, they don't
Mhm.
want to decide from any, but I don't see that happening because I will have made sense their entire life as they've grown up to that point, right? Of why, okay, I could choose this financial route, I can choose this financial route, I can choose this financial route, all of them putting me in position to to be good. So, um, and in high school, I think that's an important time because you're getting introduced to a lot of new things, a lot of new experiences.
Mhm.
A little bit older, so now you're trying to do your own thing. You know how it is.
Mhm.
Let's take a peek at
Yeah,
this chart first.
for sure. Yep, I'm getting my trade locker right now.
I need to turn this down just a little bit.
Plus,
Thank you.
yeah.
I'm I'm gonna be trading USD JPY again today. USD JPY. I'll be looking at gold though. Uh, periodically looking at gold. Gosh, damn. USD JPY is taking off bullish this morning. Taking off. Okay. Mm,
Okay.
okay, so my 4 hour JPY is indicating bullish. 1 hour is indicating something like that happening. Decision making level there. It's clean. Right on the decision making level, that's clean. And come take out some of these liquidity areas. Actually got taken out. Decision making level there. Liquidity.
I think I'm feeling some JPY today. I'm gonna stay away from gold this week. Yesterday was choppy. It made it out okay, but
Live to trade another day.
um, risk management.
Nah, I feel that. I feel that though, just especially with all like the factors that um, we haven't really got into too deeply with
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. There's definitely some more context that I want. Uh,
No.
like that random spike that happened. Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
6:45, whatever at the time. And you just notice in respect to pair like USD JPY, yeah, it moves with the dollar more or less. But you just know there's something else going on. So yeah, like you said, there's some more research that I want to do, but me staying away from it right now isn't too heavily skewed towards that. It's really just the area we're in, man. That Yeah, I don't want to trade where gold's at right now. I don't want to do it. We'll see. I'll flip over to it. If we get, some strong breakout, I might scale in a little bit. But we'll see. Focus mainly on JPY today.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm over here looking at this DXY right now. A lot of inefficiency on that. Actually, not really much. Yeah, not really much. I want to see it. 44, 43. See how it respects this 30-minute level. Move off of there. Pull up my Matif. Invis. Both are still around the same as what they started the day at. APY has just been still really bearish on Matif.
Yeah, doing some top-down analysis here, just on DXY and use DJPY. I'm starting up with my daily, working my way down simultaneously with both DXY and USDJPY. So making my way down these time frames.
Yeah, I want to see how these inefficiencies on Matif. Like I want to, see if those inefficiencies also get filled. You could tell
Mm-hmm.
they do just looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to. Only thing is, this thing doesn't save, so I gotta take a picture. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
actually just create. I don't want to do that right now. Look at that. There it goes. Hey, exactly what I knew would happen. Where were those inefficiencies at? 63 to 64. Hmm, selling off. I got a decision making level at 100.15 on DXY that it's holding below.
100.15. Let's take a look.
100.5. 100.5.
100.5. Excuse me. Sure, sure. I'll see where we go from here. I'm curious to see if dollar wants to reject this area and continue to push down. Getting some bullish movement here on JPY. No near no close inverse VXT play on USD JPY. My play here is going to be to now wait for the full setup here. Wait for USD JPY to get to the other side of the cloud. Or momentum comes in and wants to take out that inefficiency that's lying right above us. Cool. But that'll be reflected on our MACD. I'll be ready for it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for price to move to this decision making level on USD JPY right at 144.1.
Mm-hmm.
Once it gets there, that's when I'll start to look to react, either wait for it to break south and I enter sells, given I like what I see, and then or I enter buys. Um, so but DXY is gonna be a good little indicator for us that we'll use as well.
Oh,
No, no really major inefficiencies I'm seeing in price in the last just like 10 hours roughly. On DXY there is some that I notice above, like for it to move bullish. I haven't looked to see if there's any more below actually. Oh, we got this weekly. Yeah, we got this weekly level that we can run into, which would be nice. 99.4 is my weekly level on DXY that I want to see us go grab. Uh, so no inefficiencies below that level. Gold still climbing. Still climbing. So crazy, bro. Oh, gold's about to look like it's about to come in for a nice buy.
yeah.
Nice buy. It's 5 minute looks clean. 1 minute could look special. Yeah, especially if it just breaks this little area that it's having a hard time. Probably its all time high, knowing that it's so damn high. Oh no, actually it's not.
Yeah, well, overnight it went stupid.
It went to 2670. I still got time. I still got time to get in. What? I can see gold hitting about 3K. That's why I said that. So,
Mhm.
as it moves upwards of 27 and 27.5, there's still so much room for it to go. But the drop, the drop is gonna be crazy. We just don't know how far it is gonna drop. That's the issue. Yeah, but this level, like, just look at that resistance on a seller side. Like, we're not moving bearish right there. That whole level, decision making levels all around right here. And now clean decision making level potentially coming in if we can get this candle to close higher than both of these. Oh, that was gonna be nice right there. I wouldn't mind if my account would let me, but I won't. I can't because my margin allowance.
Mhm.
I would like a entry on a break of 2660.7. I'm gonna actually play that on my demo account.
Look at this dollar
If
starting to move down.
okay, that's what I like to hear. Dollar starting to move down. I need to turn this damn air off, man. It's cold. Shit. Dollar starting to move down. Check the 5. Dollar had a large spike of volatility. Oh, that was at 5:30. I didn't think there was news at 5:30 though. Could be wrong. Yeah, there was no news at 5:30. Yeah, very large spike at 5:30 that the dollar had about a little over 10 cents away from where it is now. JPY just got to that area, that 144.1, and it's slowing down. So we'll see if it wants to accumulate in this level or if it wants to break high, break below it or stay above it.
Mhm.
Where did it time, bro? Yeah, it is rejecting that.
Can't get this fucking song stuck out of my head, bro. Dude,
So
it's a good song though. It's called Linger. It's one of those songs you've heard in movies a million times. It's a good song.
check that level. Just
Mm.
5 minutes.
Think about some resolution. And contemplating, debating, getting down and dirty with gold here. What?
Goldilocks.
See, I got gold up on my right hand side. I got hold up my second computer.
Nice.
But I'm gonna fucking gotta just create another account so it doesn't.
I'm freaking log you out.
You know, just a fool for you.
Nah, yeah, I like the way gold Gold looks like it's coming in for a buy. Or maybe a sell. You never know. But it's really rejecting that sell side. Really, really rejecting that sell side. The fact that we've been watching this bullish run on gold is just pains me.
That's
That is 6,000 pips.
crazy, bro.
I'd even be on I'd even be on the low side. Oh, I just closed out my chart. Damn it. Let me do that. Stay up for me. Yes. USD JPY not making much movement yet. Nothing brewing yet. Check
Nothing
FinViz real quick.
cooking.
Nothing. Nothing yet. Prices still waking up. Prices definitely still waking up. Mm. GDP growth rate tomorrow. So they're projecting a 1.6% increase on the GDP growth rate tomorrow,
Mhm.
gross domestic product. And we know how that contributes to the benefit of our economy. And so if that actually comes out um, higher than the consensus,
Mhm.
I can see gold actually falling tomorrow and USD JPY starting to move bullish because there are a number of inefficiencies that I have above where we are right now on USD JPY,
Mhm.
um, like higher than just a small bullish run. Like we need some volume to push us up to 150-ish.
Mhm.
That's kind of where I want us to get to. Um, I don't think that's the reason why it's slow right now. Just think it hasn't. Damn, tomorrow's a heavy Fed Powell speaking, a couple other Fed members, four other Fed members speaking along with Fed Powell, three other Fed members speaking along with Fed Powell. Bunch of stuff on government securities tomorrow. Fed balance sheet. Yeah, tomorrow's actually a heavy day. Not to mention unemployment claims. All right, here we go again. USD JPY moving on to this level again.
Mhm.
Let's see what happens.
Gold pushing that level here.
Oh, gold pushing that level.
There you go. It's getting out of there.
Love this movement right now from the dollar. The dollar just attacked that spike that it had at 530. there's just this random spike in price.
Are these this market sessions indicators annoying me?
Yeah, that's clean. It's clean. What wants to do? Go. Dollar still pushing down.
Mhm.
Dollar still pushing down. Strong.
You should buy on gold. Ride this. We will break out of here a bit.
Yeah, I answered a buy on gold. And at 260, 2661.25 on my demo account. I'm about to enter a sell here on USD JPY. Just entered sell on USD JPY. And I should have waited for the close below that level on the 30-minute instead of just a touch. We should be all right. I love the dollar structure right now.
Mhm.
It came up to that 100 level, 100.5,
Mhm.
accumulated pretty much all good portion of the night. Yeah, this is gonna swing us into a really good conversation, um, just on what we could have done differently or would have done differently with our money as we
Mhm.
were growing up. Um, I'm in some really decent profit right now on XAUUSD on this buy,
Mhm.
um, with not much movement, but because I had my demo account allowed me to have the X amount of capital to be able to take this,
Mhm.
um, a million unit entry, right, with a 10 lot size, but only get like 10 pips out of it. I'm up $1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, um, yeah. And so when I think about did did you personally, at least when I know for me, I didn't know of anything besides like getting a job. Um, I mean, I knew about owning a business, but not significant enough for me to like really desire it. Um,
Mhm.
but besides getting a job, bro, I really didn't know any other like money tools like when I
Mhm.
got to high school. What about you?
Oh, brothers, I'd say my grandpa, he owned a painting business for a really long time in Vegas.
Okay.
And I knew he always did pretty well. So I always kind of had that thought of like, okay, my grandpa's a business owner in a trade, does fairly well, which I always thought was particularly interesting growing up. But yeah, doing much like we talked about with Jason last week. The whole sentiment was, for my parents is you get a job to earn income to pay bills,
Mm,
and then whatever you have left, we can have a little bit of fun. We can buy a couple things. Um, but yeah, when I think it was my junior year, or was my senior year, I got my first job.
mm,
My parents wanted me to get a job. So I was like, word, cool. We're working around the hoop schedule and everything like that, of course. We got my first job at Papa John's. Um, and really all the money was for, because I really didn't work that much. The money was just for gas, and my parents wanted to kind of instill some of like those micro
mm,
concepts in me early on, which I appreciate. But as far as like how I view it now, or even just, having multiple streams of income, I didn't think like, I thought that's what Mark Cuban and Warren Buffett did.
mm,
Of course, they did do that, but that's it's not something you do when you get there. That's something you do to get there, if that makes
mm.
sense. Which I really didn't understand.
Nah, I feel that.
It's gold. It's taking
Yeah,
off.
this goes taking off, but about 36 pips. 36 pips right now.
I'm gonna take my clothes right there.
Yeah, that's that inefficiency I was getting to. Full close. I took full close as well. Right, right there's the area I was eyeing for price to get to, but you see it's
Mhm,
what how many pips was that away? This is this is something and then we'll get back to the convo, but
mhm,
risk management to me is also this. My take profit would have been at 26.65, right?
mhm,
I closed this trade at 26.63. All right. I missed out on 20 pips. Oh, big whoop. Like, what if this is the highest that it was gonna get to off of that move? And then now,
mhm,
now it corrects, goes all the way down, keeps going, hits our stop loss, and then we look at this trade completely different,
mhm.
right? So just
Risk
risk
management and
management,
freaking perspective, man.
perspective
Perspective.
for sure, for sure. Because what is the other thing that could happen? We just close out our trade. This could also keep going through the
Right.
roof. Keep going through the
Right.
roof. But it's like, yeah. So, um, but no, that's I definitely hear you on that. My pops actually he would make uniforms for like all the club teams, like
Mm,
basketball, you know, men's softball leagues, like just
mm,
literally uniforms, gear, all that. So that I would say that was the closest representation I had of, like a business owner in my family.
mm,
Um, and then I got my first job. When was that? I think I was either a senior or a junior in high school.
mm,
And it was at Oregano's. And I
mm,
freaking hated
mm.
it. I freaking
What
hated it,
were you
bro.
bussing? Bussing tables?
I was hosting. I was
Mm,
hosting, and so I was over here, right by, kind of by you, actually, over there off Camelback,
mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and yeah, bro, people were getting so mad at me for them not being seated.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
and I was like 16, 15 at the time. I'm just
Hmm.
like, bro, I can't do this. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah, and so I would say one thing for me, like that I wish I could have done differently is just sucked it up and continued working, bro. Because like
Hmm.
I wish that I was in the workforce prior to me having to get into the workforce.
Hmm.
Um, and so that was my first like job, but didn't last very long. Second one was Sports Authority.
Hmm.
First like probably fresh out of high school type. That was the longest job I had, and so I. It's funny because I was always a little bit younger. So when I
Hmm.
graduated, I was 17 when I graduated,
Okay.
and
Okay. Okay.
yeah, and so at that time, I was working at Sports Authority. It was like that Sports Authority ended up going bankrupt,
Uh-huh.
right? And I ended up getting a job at a dealership.
Hmm.
Um, and all during like this period, like I am able to do somewhat of what I want to do. Not like just travel is mainly like I've always wanted to just travel. And
Hmm.
so I've never really felt comfortable financially until I've been able to just, travel at the snap of a finger.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But during this, this whole period from, my first job all the way to it will even just say freshman in high school all the way to first year out of high school.
Hmm.
I was getting either money from parents, that was really the main source,
Yeah.
right? So I'm speaking from the perspective of somebody that was fortunate enough to not have to and I'm not even gonna say I was not. I'm not gonna say fortunate enough. I'm gonna say I was babied into
Hmm.
not having to work.
Hmm.
I was that like just straight up. I was babied into not having to work, and because of that, I I didn't diversify my funds in a
Hmm.
in a way that I could have and really put myself in a position to where now I'm trading and I have plenty of capital sitting aside. Um, so that's kind of what I wanted to when I what I want to get to, because we can all put ourselves in that position.
Hmm.
You speaking from somebody that, worked at Papa John's, you had a, 15, what was it back then, like 12 an hour, 10
Yeah,
10
something
an
like that,
hour,
like
something like that.
1250, 1240, somewhere in there.
You, and I mean, like, how much money you think you say, how much money do you think you could have saved in high school weekly?
Yeah. A couple bucks here and there for sure. A couple bucks here and there for sure.
Yeah.
Um, I'd say I was kind of in a similar position in the sense that, my parents didn't make me get a job because like I needed to by any means, or like,
Yeah.
my parents they were, even up until when I got in college, my pops, God bless his heart, send me a little bit of money each week. Just make sure we're always taken care of. But then when I think of that stuff, man, because you look back and like, damn, okay, like maybe we wish would wish this, wish that.
Mhm.
But man, at the end of the day, I'm just fortunate. My parents did what they did in their lives to put me in a position to not necessarily have it easy, but to have
Yeah.
options, have options of growth, particularly. Um, so when I was working at Papa John's, I believe I only worked like one weekday and the weekend for like a couple hours. I worked like it was probably like 15 hours a week, nothing crazy at all. Um, but looking back on it, yeah, if I would have just been educated more, I definitely had some money to, kind of put away. But my thought process then was um which is kind of still my sentiment now, is just offloading as much from my parents as possible. I don't know why, just ever since I was young, that's always kind of been ingrained in me. And since that point, I've just year by year just kind of taken more and more things off my parents' hands. To where now, like it's pretty much all me, other than the fact that I'm staying at my mom's. Um, but surely, I wish when I got that job, I was educated more or less in some sense of, putting it away, not putting it away, but putting it to use, better use, and
Yes.
buying shoes and going to Circle K and
Yes.
going to lunch because when I was a senior, we had early release, so I'd go out to lunch every day. Just that type of stuff, man. But yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel
I'm
you.
trying to think of a question to pose after that to swing it
Yeah,
back your way, but
yeah, and not even like in the uh, how all gratefulness and gratitude towards just how I was raised and how I was brought up. Um, and the values that were instilled in me. Um,
Mhm.
Now those just a lot of those values just were not money values. Like
Mhm.
they just weren't, not because maybe because my folks was not taught on them. And this is
Mhm.
not, that doesn't mean that they didn't put me in a financial situation like we weren't comfortable financially, because that's how it felt when I was growing up. But exactly what you said, offloading as much as you can, like
Mhm.
that is the goal, right? When you see that
Mhm.
clip on, Instagram of, this one kid going into his parents' house and, handing his, parents X amount of dollars, or,
Mhm.
handing mom keys to the house, or,
Mhm.
just simply taking care of dinner. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
That type of stuff. Um, you know, because they have given so much to us,
Right.
right? From the moment that we could even comprehend it, that's what we wanted to do for them.
Mhm.
Is offload, give it back, retire the family type of deal. Um, but to your point, we never knew how to utilize what we were getting. At least me, I never knew how to put
Mhm.
my money to use and use my money as a vehicle.
Mhm.
Um, because even, bro, knowing we know about compound interest, $5 a week from the time that we entered high school, like
Yeah.
like come on, like
Yeah.
we're
So
talking, that's
how
how many
many?
we.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
got
ask
it.
Siri.
Yeah.
We'll do. So when did I start high school? High school. I started 25th, 2014. How many weeks has there been since August 1st, 2014? 530.
530 weeks,
530 times 5. 530 weeks. Yes.
like 2,500.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you add the compound interest component to that as well. Um, but yeah, the only thing that I was kind of keen to was like having like a Roth IRA, like a 401k, a Roth IRA or a 401k, like just retirement accounts that I heard my parents talking about. But both my parents being in educate, my pops being in education, and my mom being in the public healthcare system, they just kind of have that stuff, that system kind of laid out for them already.
Did you ever put
Um,
your funds into one of those?
I have before. I do have a Roth IRA. I don't fund it
Mm.
um, because a little over a year ago, I found this crazy thing called forex trading. Um, no, but there's definitely I like the Roth IRA. I do. There's something more creative I can do um, for me to stack money for when I'm fucking 50 or 60. Like there's
Yeah.
kind of a little pot of gold that I wanted to start working on. I will already have that pot of gold. It'll just be another pot of gold when I get to that age.
Mm.
Um, speaking in analogy here, but of course, I want to, as I move through my 30s, I want to be in seven figures by the time I'm 30. That's, just as I project forward, that's where I want to be at. Um, Between now and then, I just know the work has to be done. But that first million, um, has got to be done by age 30. And then progressing through, once I'm about 33, I'll be done with my oral surgery residency and move into private practice. Uh, and then especially at that point, shoot, man, well, the floodgates are open in a sense.
No, I hear you. No, I know we were talking about this what a little probably we probably had that convo maybe like a year ago. We were talking
Hmm.
about, what we wanted to do before 30
Hmm.
and being under the age of 30. And so um for me, it's it's here. It's just about as real as it has ever been. Um it's just about executing, bro. It's about executing. That's
Hmm.
really all it is. As I reflect on my life, Jim Rome says if you don't change the next five, it's gonna look like the last five. And as I think
Hmm.
about my life in 5 years scales,
Hmm.
I'm 2 years into my next five, right?
Hmm.
And so, if I don't want it to look like my last five, which is from 20 to 25,
Uh-huh.
then something has to be different. And as I reflect on it, it's execution. I've
Hmm.
always, as I've not gonna say always, but as I've gotten more alert
Hmm.
to my environment, to society, to things around me, to opportunities, um, that's fine. Like I am aware of those things now, but utilizing them and executing on them um,
Hmm.
is what matters so much more than just having information.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
and
For sure.
and
And we talked
so
about, yeah, no, my fault. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say, and like and with so much available for kids these days, that's another reason why I want to have this convo too, because freshmen in high school will know about trading. They'll know about trading. They'll know about, crypto. They'll know about these things just because
Hmm.
they're just exposed to it.
Right.
And even if they're not with the slightest bit of, you know, a possibility to seek out that,
Hmm.
put away $5 a week, a day, $10 a day, and just sit on it. You know, we just did the numbers. That's 2,500. You know, I would love to have a $1,000 live account right now. So if I had 25, you know what I'm saying? Just thinking about the numbers because we know what we need. Um, at this point, it's not to say we can't get that money elsewhere. I'm strictly talking from the perspective of the moment we're really introduced to money, and that's when we
Hmm.
get to high school and start making our own decisions, start
Hmm.
driving, taking the bus, taking, people out to eat, stuff like that. That's high school is that time.
Hmm.
Um, so
No, for
yeah.
sure. For sure. Well, and I think, bro, like I'm sure like most of my friends are like me in the sense that they want to work hard to be the one, be the provider for whoever it is they're taking care of, even if it's just
Mhm.
themselves. Um, and I think there's a group of young men out there that aren't being guided in a way that allows them to do that. Um, so I think of you just a high school kid that, wants to go to college and wants to, kind of get out of their hometown per se,
Mhm.
but lack the ability to raise enough capital you know, or their parents can't support them to, really move somewhere else or can't, support them to go to college. Fucking college is crazy, crazy expensive. Um, I think there's a group of young men particularly, and young ladies as well. But
Yeah.
I don't want to discredit the ladies at all.
Right.
Um, that I want to be there for when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to know, doing the things you can do with what you have to offload as much as you can from your parents and provide a really nice life for yourself. At that age, it's really hard just because of the lack of capital. Um, it'd be really hard to say make $1 million in trading, if that makes sense. But what you can do is, when you're in high school, tuck your little coins away, learn how to grow it, compound it over time. So by the time you get to college, that $5, that you were, putting away each week, maybe that $5 turns into $10, over time. And maybe $20. Okay, cool. So let's say you get an account up to about 5 grand, and you start to scale that. Um, shoot, with proper risk management and good technique, capital preservation, by the time they start, sophomore, junior year, they get to their senior year, get to their freshman year of college. Man, they got a nice 10 grand, 12 grand, just sitting there for them. At that point, you'd hope, not you'd hope. I guess, yeah, I'd hope that they were ingrained with our community, because if they're ingrained in our community, then they won't make just dumb decisions. Less likely to make dumb decisions with that money as far as just buying bullshit. Um, but yeah, man, I really want to get to the youth. I was talking to my pops about this the other day, but
Mm-hmm.
get to the youth and just start, expressing this stuff to them,
Yeah, sure.
because it's really not in high school. I had a couple teachers here and there kind of mention, some investing stuff. And, Mr. Mack was probably the one for me in high school. But nobody really makes it real for you as a high school kid. Like they think they push it, to when you're 35, 30, 40, when you have a family. What does investing look like? What can you do?
Because
Fuck,
they
bro, I want
don't
to know
know.
because they don't know, because they don't know. Man, I want to know what I can do now. I want to know what I can do now to help my family out, because I think that's the general side, especially on the male side of things. Help my family out, either in the sense of, okay, my family is low income and I want to provide, or my family is middle class, we're comfortable, but I want to offload as much as I can from my parents. So this is for my case, so my parents can give more to, say, my little brother or big brother as he's doing his thing. I want to take care of mine. Well, you take care of the brothers, take care of everything else, take care of the dog, get some new things for the house, whatever. Cool, do that. Um, or your parents are high income and you have the privilege of maybe getting some additional capital thrown your way. Fuck it, let's not, like, let's put that to use, man. If you have that privilege, let's recognize that and grow that let's grow that. Let's impress your pops, who's that business owner, that 7-figure business owner, or that type of thing. I'm kind of like walking through like the tiers of kind of
Yeah,
social
yeah,
economic classes.
perfectly. Yes, yes,
um because it looks a lot different for a lot of people.
yes.
um but yeah.
And it looks a lot of different for a lot of people. So the approach has to be slightly different. But the mindset is so similar.
Mhm.
Like it's so similar. This
Yes.
can like-minded individuals, right? That's why there are like-minded individuals. As I took a full close on my USD JPY trade a little bit ago, secured about, let's see here, somewhere around 20 pips, roughly.
Mhm.
Roughly 20 pips on that. Looking to scale back in though, as long as it respects this 144 level and then gives me some more sellers volume. Correction
Mhm.
on the MACD, which, we love to see that correction when and then price
Always,
doesn't move anywhere.
always.
Beautiful. What's gold looking like? Gold. So what if hit that take profit, but then again, look what it did, correct right
Yeah,
off of that level.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that's
I played an
beautiful.
inverse VXT play on this. I am currently in a sell
On this cell.
position.
Oh, bro, that's clean
Um,
right there.
I didn't like my initial entry though. It could have been better, but like the ideology there. I'm gonna take full closes. It feels that imbalance on the 1 minute.
This imbalance right here.
Ooh, we yes,
Nice.
yes.
How do you like since would you say bullish is the trend right now on gold or bearish?
Bullish, bullish, and I'm really glad you said that. I'm really glad you said that. I'm really glad you said that because that's what I need to just lock in more and focus more on when it comes to that inverse VXT, just for safety.
Because I was always about
I understand like we say, just when it comes to risk is on a continuum, and
mm,
we slide on that continuum just constantly as we make decisions in the market.
yes.
Um, so yeah, I recognize the risk with this play, but I didn't really acknowledge the thought of only executing the trend. So I'm glad you brought that up to get me to think about that.
How do you like, depending on where this candle closes, how do you like buy to, like I said, depending on where this candle closes, because the higher it
Mhm.
closes, the less inefficiency there is. But
Mhm.
how would you like buying towards that inefficiency created?
I love that play.
Yeah,
I love that
might,
play.
might show that workshop. Still not in my USD JPY. I love this correction off USD JPY for us. Just want to see it respect this 144.028. I'm gonna stop saying USD JPY. That's so long. I'm just gonna call it the yen. Dollar and the yen.
UJ. I don't like that. I don't
UJ.
like that.
That's a lot easier. UJ.
UJ.
Doesn't get
What you
simpler than
got
two
on
letters.
UJ?
UJ. I'm about to take a sell really soon. Go ahead and see what's my dollar look like. Dollar is still correcting too. And so I want to wait until I see the dollar show me some type of sell volume to come in here. That is a really tight stop though. I like that on UJ.
Mhm.
Be about 6 pips for me. My whale sounds are gone. I hear some dolphins now. Look at that. Go ahead, enter the sell on UJ. Stop loss at about 144.1, we'll call it.
Mhm. Yeah, like I'm watching UJ here. Mhm.
Trying to make me do that, bro. I'm gonna edit that one. I'm gonna enter another trade.
And as we were getting into some analysis there, the Bloom Academy just popped into my head. The Bloom
The
Academy,
Bloom Academy.
a division of the Bloom Foundation, Bloom entities.
Hmm.
Fuck, bro, we might have our own private school in Phoenix one day. Imagine that.
I can.
I sure can. I fucking
I
can too,
can.
bro. I can too. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I know. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Real quick, playing what's a UJ right now? I'm playing the cloud here. Red dot's about to come in. Want to see volume. Traditional bloom play here. VXT.
VXT. VXT.
No man, it's and that's something I've been talking about my pops about too, just going into the private education sector. Uh, shit, whenever we would do that, we have a principal.
About to say.
Uh,
Need somebody to run the show.
but
That would be. See if we can get some volume to come in on this dollar. And this is the thing with UJ too. Like, I'm not cautious at all of what's going on right now because it has already shown me the move that it wants to make this morning
mhm,
and that it's sell. The UJ has shown me the price action is so clean. I love it. I love it. So clean. And then later on today, I want to see it move through the New York session, at least
mhm,
let's try to get to 130, 143.6, right?
mhm,
143.6 is manageable. It's like
mhm,
20, 30 pips from where we're at right now. Want to see it consolidate, accumulate, and then move right back bullish for the evening session.
mhm,
You know, depending how far it goes, and from I think will change how much it does move the other way in that evening session.
mhm,
So there just has to be a correlation. I know there is just because I know that's um you got Tokyo, you got the Sydney session. So that's probably why Japan starts to see more volatility in that time.
mhm,
That would make sense.
mhm. Yeah, when I entered position on UJ, to
Nice.
change a cloud angle there. Gonna play this to uh cloud break on the other side. Let's sit here and just work that in live time.
Okay. Dollar is giving me some strong buyers movement right now, but not really on the volume side, just candle movement.
Mm,
Damn.
out of nowhere,
Yeah,
bro.
that'll probably
What the
stop
heck?
me out. Yeah, that just stopped me out. That's
Like the
fine.
same thing on gold. I guess
Yeah,
dollar.
I
Huh,
got stopped out 87 cents. So I'm still profitable on the day, a dollar. So that's good. Damn,
very
yeah, I wonder
interesting.
what time is it? Yeah, and it's not even news. No news at 6:40. No news until 7 USD.
Weird.
That's I kind of like this because it's just allowing me to
Another
enter a
replay.
higher sell.
All right.
because there has to be some like that's manipulation. There's no way buyers just decide to step in there and take over
Right.
the market 18 minutes before news. Right back down.
Yeah, do the same shit the other way, but go twice as far.
All right.
Yeah, it's currently about $3 drawdown right now. Like I said, gonna play this to the cloud breakers on the other side. Let me see this through a bit. Yeah. Because I can see it, just balancing itself out right away
You said
with
what?
a move like that. Just it balancing itself
Okay.
out. Just that inefficiency that's created right there
Bro,
for a large
yes.
candle. Wiping that up real quick.
It's funny too because I was thinking about DXY and went with our inefficiencies.
Mm-hmm.
And it's DXY is interesting because that's just the dollar. That's just measuring the dollar. So I was
Mm-hmm.
able to kind of understand it, just confirm when we look at even a little more because like
Mm-hmm.
one currency has to for sure be balanced in
Mm-hmm.
price, like right, its own currency cannot be, it's a representation of itself, so it has to stay balanced. So those inefficiencies are clean on DXY as well. I'm gonna scale back in on JPY here.
Inefficiency filled on DXY. Almost there on UJ. $1.50 drawdown. Bro, as I just like watch shit like this happen, bro, it takes me back probably 8 to 10 months. Just that pit you get in your chest, like when you're first getting going. And I think your mic's off or something if you're talking.
No
Um,
way.
but just yeah, bro, just that pit you get in your
Check
damn
it.
stomach, man. When that position works against you, a
Mm.
little manipulation comes through. Man,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
a dagger. It's like a dagger.
It's like
To
no.
yeah, bro.
Just
Yes,
start thinking,
yes,
all right,
yes.
bye, 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 bye.
Right. Right. But just the fleeting emotion. It's crazy how powerful of a machine this market is.
Yes.
And just feeling the development there. Because that shit was stressful, bro. Like when you're in that state, like
Yeah.
it really is tough on your body. Your heart rate's elevated,
Yes.
um, visibly stressed, physically stressed. That's just not a very good state to be, focused and attentive to what we really need to do. Um, yeah, man, it was good. It was good to be where we're at. UJ rejecting this level, man. I want to get a breakthrough here and see what comes through.
Yeah, just rejecting the bottom there.
Bullish candle coming in.
Yeah, it's rejecting that bottom strong. Yeah, yeah, that's why, Marcus. That's why right there. This is why I don't trade through zones, and I did not know I was sitting on a 1 hour decision-making level right now. So what I'm gonna
What's
do
back? Aye.
is I'm gonna take a full close.
Nice.
Yeah, I have to take a full close. That's taught me too many lessons from both from ignoring my decision-making level
Mhm.
and lack of analyzing my higher time frame to find that decision-making level. So now that I
Yeah.
do know that's there, um,
Strong
we'll
area.
yeah, we'll be patient. Be patient. Volume is also telling me it wants to reject this area on this 5 minute potentially. So we'll sit and be patient. The beautiful thing about risk management is it is not only it's exactly what I just accomplished just now, deciding that okay, this is actually a trade I don't want to be in and exiting the trade. Risk management.
Risk
But
management.
especially when I only got nine, 957.
Yeah, you're on a tight leash over there a little bit.
Hey, we started the week at $7 though, so
I
I'll
want
get
to
some
get
more
my
funds in
count to
there.
get my count to 500 here in the next couple of minutes. I think after this weekend, I'll be able to throw another 250 in there
Yeah, so that's
potentially.
another reason, bro, why I'm so excited to move. So I
Mhm.
just want to get these start contributing to my trading account in a bi-weekly or at least a monthly
Mhm.
fashion.
It's 500 times 12.
6,000.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a goal, man. I want to get 500 in there each month. And hopefully, I'll just be able to trade it. So, when the 6,000 would hit, it'd be at 10K.
Yeah, because of course you're gonna like as you're putting funds in, lot size
Right.
gets a little bit
Right, right,
easier,
right, right.
drawdown. It's just that's yeah.
Changes capital fucking
It,
changes the game, bro.
but
Changes the
having
game.
that plan though that you say like 500 a day, it's like okay, if some people can't do 500 a day, start 50 a day, or 50 a month. It's like that's 600 in a year. Okay, now and this is something I can take as well. And once my capital gets a little more opened up, I will absolutely have a plan for, like I said, semi bi-weekly or monthly, with funding my account. Right now, just doing, $50 when I can.
Mhm.
Um, and letting that be. But I want to get my account. I had it on my trading plan to get my account to 1,000 by the new year.
Mhm.
Um, which we're still in October, barely.
Mhm. Yeah, and I just closed my position. Sorry to interrupt. I just
No,
closed my
you're
position
good.
on UJ as well. Same ideology as you, is recognizing the area we're in, and to stay in a trade, and it would be hoping to break out. It's a 50-50 shot right now. I don't like those odds. Those odds aren't good enough for me. Uh, so I'm gonna take the dollar 70 cent loss lesson in the name of mitigating risk, and just wait for a breakout. Because and that's what's interesting. That's why I like, being able to have the resolution to do that, because you recognize that when you do catch the breakout, it's on a pair like UJ is 50 pips in for you. On gold, it's 100 plus in for you. So if you can just mitigate your risk and, keep yourself safe along the way, when you do catch those big moves, which we will, just as we trade day in, day out. May not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but we will get that. We will be opportunistic and catch those breakouts. That's where the growth happens. Yeah, we can scalp and we can get dirty. We can play dirty with the market, of course, and have a little bit of success. But man, it's just those big moves that I want, that really allow us to grow the capital that's held within our accounts. At least I think. I don't know your perspective on that.
Yeah, nah, the the scalping is just the quick profits, like when we have the capital, we will be able to take, those quick profits and see a significant return. Um, but we spend so much time on understanding the market, not to utilize it in a minute by minute fashion. So the more capital we have, the more we can just absorb the correction of price. Um, and so no, I definitely hold that same type of perspective. And I used to not really be like that. Like
Mhm.
I used to kind of just like to get in and get out, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's just not
It's
you
typical
you
scalping. Typical
yeah, it's
scalping. Yeah. I
and
feel like, yeah.
it's unsustainable is what it is. You
Yeah.
can do it. You can do it in a risk at a manageable risk, but it just does require a lot of capital. That's it. That's it. Because
Yes.
you have to be able to manage when you do take a hit,
Yeah. How
right?
beautiful is that gonna be though? And
Oh
when we
yeah.
do
Oh
got
yeah.
couple hundred K, million, and
Oh
we can
yeah.
just bam,
Yeah.
buy,
Yep. Boom.
ah, 10 seconds later, close. What you got?
Forget.
5 pips. What'd you get? 15K.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
word. Yeah, that's
Easy.
cool.
Done for the day.
We can
Done for the day.
done for the
For
day, brother.
for the
Done
phone.
for the day.
Nah,
Done
for
for the day.
reals. For reals.
And that, oh
And
man, just think
that,
about the cycle of that though. It's crazy. Like that's where you start, and and that's where you
but
quote unquote finish in a way.
yeah, but also think about like somebody how like mentally important it is for when you get to that point because you can lose it
Yes.
all.
Yes.
You can, you can
Bro, it can be gone like that. It can
instantly.
be gone. Yeah. And you can't
Oh,
do anything about it.
it's
There's no refunds. You're not going to email anybody. Nobody's going to get back to you. It's just, it's gone. It's gone.
oh,
It's
it's
gone.
gone.
It's a beautiful
Yeah,
process, though.
that's
It really is.
but and to that point, we don't plan to have all of our funds diversified into forex trading like that.
Correct. Correct.
Like
Correct.
that's
Correct.
I
Correct.
would
Correct.
I would
Correct.
probably say out of $1 million, I would like to have somewhere between 5 to 10 $1 million in straight capital. I would like to say 5 to 10%
Mhm.
um is enough for me to put towards trading forex specifically, right?
Mhm.
Because that's
Yeah.
50,000, 100,000. That's a lot of money to trade with. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
just
then
and just to like that can support. That's yeah. My fault. I didn't mean to interrupt you
no,
there.
you good, you good. Keep going.
Um, really, how I see Forex when I'm 40, 45, 50. At least when I'm moving into my career, let's call it from 30 to 50. What does Forex look like in my life? What I'd love, I'd honestly, we won't touch on the master bloomer because I think that's a whole another that's a whole another thing. So I'm gonna put that aside and we'll just get to the mechanics, the mechanical trading side of things. You know, given the MB is not something that's in the picture, I'd want essentially two Forex accounts. I'd want one that I'd grow at a rate of about 20% a year.
Mm,
And then I'd want to have one in which I'd purely just use to preserve capital and live off of, if that
yeah.
makes sense. So I'd want, let's call it an account of 250 grand. And that's the account, whenever I want to trade, I'm gonna trade on that account and I'll make that money. Whatever money I make, I'm gonna pull out and use it to fund my life, the dailies, the groceries, the gas, you know, the wife's hair, the daughter's nails, the son's proms, just like shit like that,
Yeah.
you
The
know.
micros.
The micros, really good there, really good use of the term there. Um, and then yeah, so having that account and then having, the long-term quote unquote retirement account that I'm growing at 20% every single year that I might have, 1 million or something. It'd definitely be a milli that I could just tuck away and wouldn't need if it was gonna be at that point. Uh, but yeah, yeah, yeah. But just having that account just to live off of is would just be a beautiful thing.
No, that
Beautiful
for
thing.
sure, that's the goal. I think that's goal number one. I won't say goal number one, but like that's the damn, hold on. New home sales went
Mm.
redonkulous compared to the consensus. So we should see this go through the roof. I'm not even gonna look at the chart yet, but I'm gonna take a sell on gold because I project gold is selling off. Um, this is going to this is why maybe this volatility came in from the dollar um because new home sales went ridiculous. I'm
Mhm.
not going to
It
enter anything
really,
on my UJ. I'm staying off of that account for the rest of today. I
oh
did enter
wow,
a sell on gold.
as did I. 0.02 lot. Let's see how this blows.
Yeah, look at that number, bro. That's insane.
Damn, I missed that entry by freaking 2 seconds. Getting at the top of that candle. Yeah, man, they're never gonna stop trading them.
Yeah,
They're never
never,
gonna stop trading.
never, never,
Too powerful of a tool. I'm currently working on just kind of starting to identify those 10 to 15 highly diversified streams of income, investment opportunities, investment ventures. Um, and just to put on the stream, I really see myself kind of adopting the paradigm of Ray Diallo when it comes to macroeconomics and macro investing. I just really like his approach. I feel like we're similar in a way, just kind of watching a handful of his videos. Um, just looking at the big picture and utilizing the big picture to make smart decisions in the short term.
PXT.
VXC volume times time, trademarked it.
Everything is.
um, but yeah, I think my goal is to find five in the next, probably say, and here I am again. I'm still working on this. 5 in the next 5 years. So I'm about to turn 25, but be involved in five highly diversified ventures that allow me to uh, that provide me sustained income from each one. Not just sustained income, because the whole point of diversification is if one isn't highly profitable or giving you a high return, one of them is. But I'm starting to do just a little bit of research as far as what those five are going to be. I'll tell you what, I'm really liking that belly dump idea.
No, that I
That'll,
was looking into that a little bit after the day after we talked about it. It's funny too because one of my colleagues, there was a customer he had that came in and
mm,
he had mentioned what he did. He didn't say that term, but he
mm,
had mentioned he had like a farm, at the, he had a bunch of land and he had
mm,
these trailers of dirt. That's all he
mm,
said. And then
yeah,
when you
yeah,
told
that's
me
a fucking
that,
belly dump. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that's exactly what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that guy. So yeah, that's no,
Mm-hmm.
that's I really, really like that play. Real estate, of course, is a good
Yeah,
play.
yeah, yeah.
Um, when we think of Forex trading, that's also why I mentioned the gold ETFs the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when we're because and this is really a test to trading. Like I wouldn't have pursued any of this. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have pursued any of this. Maybe just in this, I wouldn't have the perspective I do of investments and
Mm-hmm.
diversifying and all that if it wasn't for my initial engagement with trading.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so the fact that I have, a 9-year-old at home, a 7-month-old little girl.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a really, really like clean, drawn out, strategic plan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really nice that, to be honest, that's somebody like you that I'm able to do this with because,
Mm-hmm.
when I hear you talk about something, it makes my mind start rolling on those same
Mm-hmm.
wheels. Um, just because just from, analyzing you and whatnot, you are prepared with pretty much everything you do from what I've noticed. And so I take that and I really appreciate that, bro. For real, just having you to grow this business with because it allows me to just be better. Um, but then put
Mm-hmm.
my family in a better position with the knowledge that I seek out
Yeah.
and the structure I have with it. So
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. No, I appreciate that. And I definitely foresee, us, because we work really, really well together, just as
yeah,
far as the business in business and making decisions. Um, but so when it comes to, making a play like the belly down, fuck, like, we go in on that. When it comes to buying a duplex or
yeah,
doing something like that, just having good people in your life. I think it should be transverse to even other aspects where we can you know find opportunity, which we will.
yeah.
Like the foundation, the potential
Facts.
Bloom Academy. Then as we get into our 10 to 15 highly diversified streams of income, maybe we're in on about three or four of them together.
Yeah,
Uh, Yeah, man. But as far as just the planning and the preparation that goes into it, I just when I do stuff like that, all I'm thinking is, okay, I'm gonna have an edge on everybody that's not doing this because most people aren't,
yeah,
just have a plan and not even that the plan is one that is set in stone or it's written in gold ink and you can't crumble it up, you can't erase. Um, but just the general structure, the general vision that I want to attain, when I'm 30, 35, 40. That's just not gonna happen by accident,
Facts.
and I think any highly successful person you talk to, I've talked to has said that you need a plan. What are you gonna do to get there? How are you gonna do this? What are you gonna do for that? Just questions like that. Um, you know, and there's just the innate component, the psychological component of having a plan. It feels so nice because it doesn't require much day-to-day thought and day-to-day
Mm,
energy to invest in your decision making and thinking, oh, is this the right decision today? Am I doing the right thing? Like, no, you just sit down a couple months before it's actually time to make that decision and figure out if that's truly the right thing. And if it
yeah.
is, you pursue it relentlessly and don't think about it again. If you fuck up, if you make a mistake, cool, you'll learn from it and you'll grow from there. But um, as gold is eating me alive this morning. Fuck.
That shit is going
Language.
through the roof.
It's
Still.
crazy, brother. Crazy. Gold's such a man. I use bad language, but gold is a mother effer sometimes. It is a
That's
mother effer. It didn't correlate with our dollar much at all right
didn't.
there. Other than the initial break, the initial
Yeah.
hit off news. I'm really curious about that. It's interesting. And then the rebound to push it even higher past its previous high. It's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Mhm.
Yeah, even UJ looks like it wants to get in some more sell volume.
Um,
Let's look at this 5 minute. Check Finviz. What's Finviz? Finviz is always telling something good. What did it start the day at? 6.25 and 0.73. We're at 0.45 and 0.60. So UJ's been moving downwards per Finviz and gold's been moving up.
mm, mm, mm. Yeah, but the real estate thing is something I want to get into, even sooner than later. Like that's almost something I want to do like next year, obviously depending on
Yeah,
what the finances look like, of course. But I'd love to like get a duplex,
yeah,
or a triplex, maybe live in it for a little bit, but just rent it out. You know, I think there's never, there's always a shortage of just really good uh, landlords. I'm not sure how I'd play it. My mom's gonna kind of do a similar thing with her place here that we're staying at here. Just when I move away and she moves to Florida,
mm,
she'll figure out how to rent it out and kind of leverage her asset being a homeowner.
mm,
Uh, she'll kind of be a model, as to what I kind of want to do. Not a model, but at least in a lesson,
yeah.
either which way. But yeah, man, this is something I really want to get into. And yeah, just have people's rent fund my life, essentially. One person's spending is another person's
Literally,
income.
bro.
And I want people to spend on my behalf so my income raises. And not
Yeah,
in a morbid or a selfish way, just in the understanding that
yeah,
that
no.
is how it
A
works.
cycle.
It's how it
Cycle.
works, brother. Yeah, it's how
Yeah.
it works. But yeah. Yeah, so there's so we got belly dumps, a belly dump. God, that idea, just talking to that fucking guy, this shit,
Yeah,
yeah, that was
that was
crazy,
a good like that
crazy.
idea.
Uh, real estate.
Yeah, no, I really
Courts.
wanna
Mhm.
I just wanna get land, bro.
Yeah.
Like especially I've been looking into like data centers and just
Hmm.
understanding the boom there. Like
Hmm.
there's such a demand for data centers and land to build a data center on.
Hmm.
Such a demand for it. Even like buying a data center, um, that would be fire.
I really like that idea. I really like that idea. Where the fuck my fault live stream? My mouth has been awful this morning.
Now we got to select the not for kids button when we post it.
Jesus. But I like to use my wet erase marker on my just writing on my desk just while I'm sitting here trading. And for
As gold is
I really
moving
like
back
that idea, the data
downwards.
centers. Yes. I stayed in my position. Otherwise, I'm still in my position in $1.80 drawdown. Yeah.
Yeah,
30-cent drawdown. This might be a quick take profit here for me, just to
yeah, I
get
might.
myself back a little positive for the day. Oh, man, another choppy one today. One that I'm not particularly proud of, but was able to learn and kind of grasp a lot just from here. Anytime we're at an all-time high area, I feel like we just learn a lot. We learn a lot about the pair, about what influences the pair. Because when we're in intermediary areas, like it's, for lack of a better term, simple. It's simple. It's pretty linear. We know when we mess up, it's either due to risk or we made a mistake. Um, yeah, when we're at these all-time high areas, it's difficult. It's difficult. The market doesn't make it easy on us. Buyers and sellers don't make it easy on us, but nonetheless, we learn a lot. So being able to come out of just looking at the chart right now, looking at this trading session, just the choppiness is just absolutely ridiculous. Other than the one bullish move, and yeah, the bullish move at around 6, and it's just straight choppiness. It's nuts. God, state land for data centers. What are some other investment streams that I know of? And there's definitely some plays I want to make in the stock market as far as
Yeah,
companies I want to do research on
right.
and invest in them. So I think you could find about 5 companies that you're proud of, that you want to invest your money into,
Yeah.
that have potential for the future. I'd imagine it'd be something in the realm of AI,
Oh yeah.
data,
Tech,
something in there, tech,
finance.
yeah, tech, finance, uh, yeah. Mhm.
Honestly, I'm like really curious just to see how this Alibaba situation is gonna do with this Nvidia stuff. Just knowing that Amazon is already such a well-used marketplace on the digital aspect of things,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
bro.
just want to see how that unfolds.
Yeah.
That stock is under $100 right now. So if I can buy 100, like buy one right now,
Mhm.
I would. Like it's $100. I own one entire share.
Mhm.
Um, and then, of course, try to accumulate more. But that'd be one I would be looking into. One thing about Interactive Brokers I liked was it allows you to buy partial shares of
Mhm.
companies. So I thought that was dope. Um, I remember from looking on there.
Very interesting.
But yeah, Nvidia, um, yeah, even like those something something in here.
Baba.
Exchange traded funds are investment funds traded on stock exchanges. They are designed to track the performance of a specific index, sector, commodity, or asset. And they offer diversification similar to mutual funds, but they can be bought and sold like individual stocks. That's what I was talking about there.
Baba.
But there's some fixed income ETFs
Mhm.
that the only thing that they are prone to is just the interest rates.
Interesting.
And it's so funny because that's something that we of course are very aware of and knowledgeable about on how to just monitor.
Mhm.
So everything works together in a sense.
Yeah, so Chinese-based company BABA Baba, it's her name on the New York Stock Exchange, $95.58 per share, down 1.66%. Got a new CEO September last year. It's about this time last year. It's
Okay.
interesting. Eddie Wu. Who's Eddie Wu? What is Eddie Wu's past? 49 years old. Bro, I was laughing, just seeing this company, Alibaba. Have you heard about them before, say in 2015?
No, not before
I've
2015.
been kind of fascinated about just looking at these companies, and here I'm kind of building relation with our company in Bloom. Uh, you see a company like Alibaba, really just come to oof, really, get into the big game.
Yeah.
She was founded 25 years ago. 25 years ago, they've been working their butts off. Obviously, we don't know
Yeah.
too much about them here. I'm just, thinking about how things probably went. But, their teams probably worked their butt off for 25 years to put themselves in a position to work with one of the largest companies in the world.
Richest companies in the world.
25
The
years.
most, what are they the highest on the stock exchange? I'm pretty sure the Nvidia. That's
Gotta be.
crazy. 25, huh? I
Mhm,
wouldn't have thought that.
mhm.
Damn, again. This market is being insane right now.
It's nuts, bro. It's nuts. I just need to get myself out of this $1.50 drawdown. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand what the heck is going on. It's just the most choppy thing I've ever seen in my life. All right,
Man,
When was Amazon founded?
just look at that clean movement though from our decision making levels.
94.
94.
94. Bellevue, Washington. But just the growth of Amazon is crazy, man, because we've really seen the growth of Amazon before our eyes. Like I remember like when we were young, like my mom would get like books on like the Amazon like bookstore. Like that's what Amazon was. Like it was like they just sold
Kindle?
books. Kindle. Yeah, that was it. And now you can't leave your house for more than 10 minutes and you'll see 80 freaking Amazon trucks, electric trucks driving around.
That's
Amazon
crazy.
packages on every person's door.
For
It's
sure.
nuts, man. Volume times time, man. Stay the course. 25 years. That's what it takes. Shoot.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Just stay. Oh, man. Stand up.
Large bullish candle came in on gold just now.
Yeah, I'm not answering anything anymore for the rest of today. I said that already, but then after that, I said that I entered a buy on USD JPY. I was managed to get out and profit. Um, it was a buy that I took within support to my DXY and the volatility that I was getting from that in the buyer's direction. But then DXY moved on a decision making level. The same decision making level it actually fell away from this morning. So it's like this market is as we were talking about a little bit earlier, as my voice just cracked there briefly, but tomorrow is a heavy dose. Throwing a lot of haymakers, left hook with some GDP growth rate, right hook with some durable goods, then a couple jabs with the unemployment claims. But then we got every Fed member, practically, well, not everyone, but a majority of them, about five different ones speaking tomorrow. So they always paint a picture of something I keep seeing called forward guidance. Forward guidance. Um, you had said something, Q, before about do they make decisions the day before? And you're kind of speculating on that. I've been thinking about that a little more too, and there was something, damn it, I lost it. Come back. It was something that, oh, so even though every country has their own like central bank that they operate under, and all those central banks, their federal officials don't necessarily like make decisions based off the US. I was watching this video. It was either from Bloomberg or from CNBC, just on YouTube, about the effects that the interest rates could have. And just naturally, other countries' federal officials have to consider what the US is doing. Like they have to. And so one of the ladies said when the US sneezes, the other countries catch a cold. So like so they of course make the big moves. Um and so the reason I'm saying that is the forward guidance that we'll hear from our Fed members speaking on like what they want to see happen for data or what data they're looking at in particular, will speak to the other federal officials and so that they can decide what they're going to do with their interest rates and yada yada yada, similar to what the Bank of Japan recently just decided, which was to not adjust their interest rates, right? And then it makes sense of why their decisions are after the US. Like if you look, majority of the major central banks, their decisions are after the US makes their decision. Um, so that'll be interesting just to listen to keywords overheating and cooling off from, these federal officials. Just those keywords to as they can try to communicate um kind of what they're looking for to make decisions further about the economy.
Mhm.
Um, and then the last thing, it mentioned the interest rates and how it could have somewhat of a delayed effect. And so when the Fed cuts the interest rates, it cannot take effect until 2 years, like
Mhm.
for that to actually start to show itself. So
Mhm.
just want to hold on to those thoughts as we approach more news folders, as we listen to these Fed officials speak on the economy, excuse me, and whatnot. So
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And as we approach 7:30, I just man, I need to do so much better with this YouTube chat. So I guess our Discord link wasn't working. Jason's been tapped in on our live stream. Jason, appreciate you tapping the call. I sent him a little message on the YouTube live chat. As we continue to grow and expand, continue to do stream these live calls, uh, man, that YouTube chat is a good source, a good thing to look at every now and then.
yeah, and that
You know,
damn Discord is
yeah,
still pissing me off.
I know. Like I said in
But
in the message, we'll get in there as soon as we get off here. Big day tomorrow, so we'll make sure we won't have any issues. And we'll be able to be housed in the community in the Discord. So we can chat and have a good time. So you guys don't hear me running my mouth all day. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
gold
So
still buying.
still, man, still tough, tough,
I'm still in
tough.
this sell on my demo account, so we'll see. This is funny too because hold on, some news just came out. I'm getting notifications in my headphones. Get notifications.
Ooh, crude oil.
Crude oil.
Please, bullish. Fuck, I want to take
Gas.
this. I want to take it. I won't do it. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? I
this
want
is
to take it.
this is probably not good for gas prices, huh? This probably means that
Yes.
I hope. Yeah, see, I want to know
Jesus
stuff.
Christ, how far off freaking forecast could you be, man?
Look at that.
Dang, that's
From
nuts.
from all of them, look, distillate stock change, crude
Mhm.
oil stock change, gas stock change.
Mhm. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, I want to get into those natural resources and just how those really affect the economy too. But too much stuff on the plate that has to get pushed back. I have written down on like one of my like just in my notes, no more
Mhm.
research until we finish the stuff we got to finish.
Right. Yeah, but the rabbit holes get ridiculous. Rabbit holes get ridiculous, bro.
They're so cute. Bro, they're just so enticing.
All good stuff, though. All
All
good
good
stuff.
stuff.
All good
That's
stuff.
that's like the our minds are curious about the right things right now, which brings
Yes.
back to what you were saying earlier about getting a hold of the youth and the younger generation, and just getting educated, not even just on financial markets, but making smart financial decisions, like just making smart
Based on
financial
where we're at
decisions.
in the short term, long term debt cycle, shout out Ray Diallo. Shout out Ray Diallo. And it was crazy about that. Last thought for me is, if you think like big picture, right? We are like those long cycles are like 60, 70 years, or like it's most of our lifetime.
Yeah.
So if we just spend the time to really figure out where we're at in that long-term debt cycle, like we're good. Of course, we'll pay attention to everything that's happening, and like once we can understand where we're at, particularly in that long-term debt cycle, we're able to make highly informed decisions, smart decisions as far as investment, and just various ventures that we decide to get ourselves into. Um,
Yeah.
I think I place a really high priority on just understanding the economy, economics, and what's going on in the economy, now, um, which I like. I do think it's really important for us to understand. Um,
How does that affect you? Like, why do you decide to do that?
as far as
Like,
learning more
understand
about economics.
an economy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll backtrack just a little bit and say that I've always, when it comes to politics, I've always said I don't worry about, I want to worry about politics because at the end of the day, like that stuff really won't impact my life that much.
Mm.
What does impact my life is interest rates and inflation, and GDP, and just the things we deal with day to day, especially when we get into business ownership, as we get into real estate, as we hire employees, as we have to pay people unemployment. Like really quickly you figure out that if you don't understand what's going on in the economy, it takes, one silly mistake, one stupid mistake to, find yourself in a position where you just don't want to be, just purely based off of the macroeconomic standing, or whatever happens. Well, I feel like, politics and following politics, not even following politics, just politics won't necessarily impact my life too much. And here I'm saying that as a privileged United States citizen, it's not like that everywhere. Um, what does impact me every single day, is the economy and the gas prices and the grocery prices and everything like that. Uh, and so for that reason, and I do want to I just want to be a resource, of course for the community, but for my parents, my friends, like I want to be able to provide them with just highly accurate information as far as
Yes.
what they should do, economically
Yes.
speaking.
Yes.
Just be a resource for them. Um,
Yeah, we need more of that, man. For real. Like we
yeah,
for real. No, I just want you to say it for the live.
yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
But shoot, we'll be back same time tomorrow. I don't got nothing else besides the fact that gold's still climbing. Heavy dose of news tomorrow. And yeah, another good call. Went what two for three this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So still profitable on the account, growing the account with the funding that I have available to trade with right now. Other than that, just gonna
And I am 2 for 4 on the day in a $2.47 deficit for the day. Currently in drawdown, still in my position on gold. We'll manage that through the rest of our market session this morning. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Same time, same place. We'll make sure the Discord gets figured out today, so we won't have any issues with that tomorrow. Um, like I said, shoot us a message on. I know you shot us a message on YouTube, but the Discord's always there to just shoot us a quick message, Facebook Messenger. Um, but I am going to do a better job of just looking back at the YouTube stream to make sure that, at the very least, following the comments.
yeah,
Yeah,
no
we're still,
facts.
yeah. But yeah, yeah, that's all I got. Same time, same place tomorrow. Marcus said it best. Big day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, excited to be on and trade with you all this tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Damn, that shit's
Time mark,
still climbing, bro.
yeah, bro, it's just stupid, stupid.
Yeah,
Mark,
I'm right here.
I'll hit you in a little bit. I'm gonna get some work done today. I'll let you know what I get through. Yeah, then I'll see you bright and early in the morning.